buy 10, you know what I mean? And don't feel no way if you can't put not one block on there when you buy it the next day, you know, because we so used to instant gratification that if I can't buy the car, put the rims on it, put the TV in there, and put the fucking sound system in there the same day, then I don't want it. I'm gonna walk until I could. You know what I mean? Like that mentality where we don't want to do the step by step thing. Poppin', I see you, bro. What's poppin'? You know what I mean? And it's like step by step because all these great things that we see, bro, every huge building, like it's the common saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. And it's really true, bro. Like nothing happens in a day. Like, you know, people just starting to get familiar with me as an artist. It might look like I'm just popping up on the scene today. It's been almost 10 years. I know all y'all have a long set of years.
Yo,
You know what I'm
we've been
saying?
to do this. We've been to do this, fam.
But people
Yeah,
are just seeing, they only see this
like
part of it.
freestyles online from the you know, strings them send it to me and me the tune in from there. So it's like Nation Boss thing was not surprise. I never named Nation Boss sometime. I never know remember what the name was.
Kush
It did
Dan,
have
we
some.
didn't go with them time there.
Yeah. But me not go around it. Even when it some come gun lyrics, me that's about like bad still, but not lie. I just
Man, tell you, yo, we've been to do it, fam. We've been to do it.
yeah.
None of this happens overnight. So I
Yeah,
don't know
well,
why people feel like, yo, they're gonna get the 20 acres with the mansion and the fucking horses running around back with the beautiful baby moms and the nice kids in a day. That's not how it works.
I'll
You
take
know
my
what I mean?
time.
And that be a part of our problems. And even me, I be having to accept that because I want what I want right now. Like, you
Right
know,
now.
this is the average man. I want what I want right now. And I ain't trying to wait on nobody for it. But we gotta realize and say, yo, well, I gotta realize and say, yo, you know, patience really is a virtue, man. You know, and a lot of times we be speeding. Like a couple weeks ago, I totaled my car. You know what I'm saying? Totaled the
Yeah.
car completely, rolled
Then
off the
one
car,
life
right?
song really start make more sense. This to me. Fuck.
You feel me? And I'm like, yo, bro, the car spun around twice, you know, ended up in somebody's gate on the nose of the car. Like I had to kick the door open to get out of it, you know, and step out of the car and I'm looking at everything and I'm like, yo, all right, we here. Thank you, God. You know, it could have been like
Worse.
lights out.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been
Yo,
lights out. You know what I mean?
give
Car flipping
thanks,
over,
my
spinning
bro.
around.
Give thanks, you
You
know.
feel me? And like I stepped out of the car, bro, and with the exception of like my elbow, nothing, not a scratch, nothing. And I had to kick the door of the car to get out of it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, something is happening because all that happened was to keep me from reaching to something a worse a
A
disaster. I'm
worse. Yeah.
convinced of that.
Oh, because of that, me not mind.
I'm
I say,
convinced of
and
that.
that same day they left my ends though.
Yeah,
So me,
yeah.
you know, me never know when you
Yeah.
cut. I just see feel me I say, oh shit, me never me look at the bar.
We need, watch out now. We need to see some holy for prayer emojis in the comment section
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Put the prayer
Yeah.
emojis, car. You send me a video of the car, me I say,
We
I
need some
never send
holy
me a
for that
video.
right
You know,
now.
hope I never somebody has sent me a video of something that happened to you. You are send me.
Yes,
I'm
man.
like, fuck, alright. Isn't it?
It's like, yo, we know we here for a reason. We know that everything happened for a reason. And sometimes the lack of clarity will drive a nigga crazy because we want to know why things are happening. You feel me? And we're not going to know why. We just got to trust that it happened for our
Yeah,
benefit.
fam, come on, man. We know that sometimes something happen, there's no questioning it. Accept the situation for what it is and move forward. Same
Move
way, you
forward,
understand?
bro. Move forward, bro.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I like
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah, because
Oh, that's why I feel like sometimes you just follow your feeling. I know something I learn so much.
yeah, and that's why you got to follow your gut, bro. Because you
Yeah.
see, the ultimate creator, he resides within all of us. You know what I mean? And look, if you didn't follow that, this conversation wouldn't be happening. Because I'm not the type to start a live and, you know what I mean? I see and I tapping on my people's like, oh shit, Hero on live? Go on there and see what's going on. You know what I mean? But all of this, everything that I said, everything that Nation said, everything that you said would have stood in us. And all these people that's getting a little bit from me, getting a little bit from you, getting a little bit from Nation, they wouldn't have got that shit. You know what I'm saying? And
That's facts, man.
we that would have been, I think, at the end of the day, at the end of when it's all said and done, we're all held accountable for certain things, you know, and not inspiring, I believe, is a big sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
and,
like,
and also next thing is like, I'm gonna think one can relate to this too. Because also when you're inspired, you could be inspiring on a lane where there's already signs and, you know, people already walk the road, so you know the pitfalls. And there's this other thing where I feel like, especially the trio-way, even Youngster do different. Like, you know, it's not the typical approach. Like the dancehall music or what the music we create is almost like lanes we never seen before. I first me, I gotta tell you, just from my perspective of the two of them, I talk about what me, you know, just from seeing it. Nation Boss is the first artist me ever see. Literally, like, bro, it's like a phew.
you got a level of vulnerability.
I wake up the next day and phew, like that is a new lane. You're like our first real blood class soldier boy, like real internet sensation, bro. Like, there's no joke. Like, I've never seen something move so fast in my life, so organically. Everything me always, you know, we study and know, so, oh, I see where you do this.
Take a little time, blah, blah,
Study
blah.
your thing, and I say, your thing really, fuck you. No, Jakal thing, as him said, is a deep.
Hold on, not to add, let me add something to that, Hero. Let me add something to that way. What I the first thing that I noticed when Nation came across my radar, it was the vulnerability and the transparency. Like, I'm saying what I want to say. I'm saying what I have to say, and I don't really care how you may think the type of person I am, you know, because if you pay attention with it like that, the ego is it play no matter in all of us. Like, bro, you have church artists that won't really be vulnerable because the ego and how he would like to be perceived, especially in our culture where the gangster is the ultimate perception that every man want to have. You know what I mean? So that's what really, like, the first thing, like when I seen the video, I don't remember where I seen it, if it was WhatsApp or Instagram, but when I seen it, I saw it a couple times before I actually listened. But when I listened to it, like the third time when I seen it, I was like, oh, this is why the shit is spreading like wildfire. Because
it just make you
nigga,
so I guess
said something that
vulnerability
the average person was thinking, but was afraid to say. You know what I mean? The average person was thinking that, but was afraid to say it, bro. You know what I mean? And you're like our inner voice now, whether you realize it or not. So all you gotta do is just keep approaching it.
There's a way that I can save this life.
That angle where you know what I mean? But yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing. Sorry to cut you off though, Hero, man. You know, I just be having to say shit for
you add to it, not cut off, you add to it, man. You elevate
it. That's cool, man. That's all right. That's so
just feel like,
no doubt.
Yeah, everybody approach things from a different angle and a different way, and I'm just really proud of the item. That's really what I say. Like, really proud of just
most definitely.
Vice versa, man. Vice versa, man.
Yo, I feel like that meditation.
Yo, you know the energy mutual from it. Even have a question that.
Right.
As I say it, because I say, I just want to get this out of the spirit.
Yeah.
And we don't know, brother. I don't know. I'm different from other people. I really like what I feel.